Hey everyone, long time no see. Um, I thought I'd throw up a video. I've started a new project. I've been working away on a few things. A friend of mine was interested in starting Flames of War, so me and him got into it. So I picked up this. I got Avanti from Flames of War. Got it from the Battlefront bunker, which is in New Zealand. It's pretty good. It's their like direct store. It's pretty nice, and I was going to do a quick unboxing. Super eloquent, I know. I'm good like that. And I've already built some of the stuff, but not all of it. But there's quite a bit of stuff. And it's lots of really good stuff too. Oh, I've got decals. Perfect. I was worried if I had to pick some more up. But I don't know if my cards are in there, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, they are. Perfect. So I thought I'd just do a quick rundown of what everything is. So these bad boys here, I think that's the Elephantino light anti-tank gun. It's not very good. No, I think I haven't played a game of Flames of War in a very long time. These bad boys used to be metal, metal, and yeah, these guys used to be metal, and yeah, they were good in early war, I think. But I think how they are now is I reckon they will do some damage to maybe Crusaders. But if anything bigger comes along, I think they're not going to be able to do too much. Yeah, I think they would be good in infantry support. I think extra bodies, at least throwing out shots, and depending on what they hit, like, I don't know, you might get lucky, you might roll hot, but like having extra bodies on an objective is normally not too bad. This here is this is a dual kit. So this is a Semivente as well as a M1441. So you can build either or. So if you want to build the M14, you've obviously got to use this because it's a turret. And that's a Semivente, not a turret. This is an assault gun. It's sort of in the same vein as a Stug, or a Stug, or whatever it's called, whatever the Germans called it. It has it's this gun here on the sprue. It's that one there. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's this one here. This is designed this one, I think Stugs are more designed to to kill tanks, particularly the later war Stugs. There is like an assault gun version of Stug, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I think in the early or mid war, I think there were like assault guns that the Germans used. This Italian tank, it has a higher anti-tank than the M1441. It's got more front armor. Um, you can use these to kill infantry relatively easy. It's not a bad. The Semivente is good. You can't run armies of Semiventes though. Semiventes come in units of four. They start at units of two, I think. Finish at units of six. And they are pretty good. You can't build an army out of them, but you can have them there. They're good against tanks. I think they're one of the better Italian tanks at killing other tanks, like in terms of the generic ones. I think there's a mid-war monsters one, which is like that's got an even bigger gun, and it's like an open top thing, and it's got this long gun. Yeah, that thing's probably the best at killing tanks. But these aren't too bad. But they're also, they can fight, they're good against infantry too, so they've got quite a bit of flexibility. These M1441s, they don't have a lot of armor. Their training is their save, so they're hit on, I think it's hit on fours. So it's a 50-50 chance that you hit them. If you position them right, you should be fine in terms of an engagement. But if you put them in the wrong place, yeah, they'll just get eaten alive. But they will do well against Crusaders. Their gun is not bad against killing Crusaders. It will struggle against Shermans and I think Grants. It will definitely won't go through a Sherman, I don't think. But it might struggle against a Grant. I don't know. I haven't played a game in a while, so someone who's out there who knows better than I will be able to give you better advice. But the other thing which is good about the M1441s is they have a lot of machine guns. They've got 2 machine guns on them. So if you need to get rid of infantry, they're not a bad moving pillbox. They're pretty good at what they do on that front. And the same goes for bolt action. These guys are in bolt action. They're a cheap tank. They've got a light anti-tank gun, but they can take a lot of machine gun shots. I think one of these is dropping about 15 machine gun shots, which is not bad. It's very good. Particularly if you're playing bolt action, you need lots and lots of pins. This here is the howitzer that comes in the box. It's pretty good, easy enough to put together. I remember when these bad boys were metal and they were terrible. No, they weren't terrible. No, they were pretty good, but this is a much easier medium to work with in terms of modeling. Plastic is really fun, but I think metal has its it's not too bad. It's got a nice novelty sometimes working with metal. These things are pretty good. I think they have brutal. Off the top of my head, I could go through the cards, but they're not bad. They're a cheap. They're a relatively okay artillery piece. I think they have brutal. Don't quote me on that, but they're not like they're artillery. And the Italians have. They don't have a very mobile army. They're a very slow army. But their artillery isn't bad. A lot of their big guns aren't bad. They just don't have the movability that the Germans have. And some of the flexibility that the British have. And then we've got this bad boy here. This is the 88. So the Italian 88 is basically just uses this. It doesn't use the gun shield. The gun shield's a German thing. You've got spare parts, obviously, the shells here, little extra bits and pieces here and there. It's a good model. It should be easy enough to put together. They are very good. 88s are amazing. They are very, very, very good. They have a lot of hitting power. I think they're 80-14. They also give you a bit of flexibility too, because they can shoot at aircraft as well, in terms of defensive fire. So if you place these bad boys well enough, they can almost touch the whole table. And if you're playing Flames of War with Italians, one thing you will very quickly know is Italian armor is not that good. It will die very quickly. And you need to consider that, like, when you're playing, because particularly if you're like, a lot of people will be running tanks in mid-war games, and your M1441s, as cheap as they are, as well trained as they are, you will get smoked by a Sherman. Like, you might be able to drown it in numbers, but if you've got an 88 that at least locks off part of the table, so you can do some fancy maneuvering, and perhaps like pop some shots and knock them out. What else I did get some infantry. They're hiding away somewhere. I don't know where, but I know that they're around. They're over here, actually. So here they are. They're in here. I'm not gonna pull them out. So this is 1750 New Zealand dollars. These are the Bersieri. I think I pronounced that right. These guys are pretty good. I think they're confident. They are not confident trained. I think they hit on 4s. So these guys are, like, relatively speaking, pretty good. They will they will hold your objectives. They're not very quick. I think they're slow firing too, which is a bit of a bummer, but infantry in this game are kind of underrated. Everyone wants their sexy tanks, but infantry are very good. They've got a veteran, they've got a training save, which is really good. And on top of that, they've also got a infantry save of a 3+. So that's 2 saves to get into. And if your guys are skilled enough, you can dig in, and then that will make them even harder to dislodge. And if they're holding an objective, whatever, and they're just going to sit there, dig in, that's a difficult prospect for an opponent to deal with. The infantry, in my opinion, are excessively underrated, because the problem with these guys is cool. They're well sculpted and everything, but it's just infantry are just sometimes so miserable to paint. It just takes so long. But they are a good. These guys are good, and yeah, and they are handy. They are very good, and I really, really like them. And they are, like these guys will get jobs done very good, very well, I should say. I don't know. It's late here. They will get the job done. And yeah, particularly, I remember I played a game a long time ago, back in 2012, I think. And I remember I used to think infantry were kind of average. And he had commandos, and I had Panzer IVs, and I was like, oh, okay, I can take them easy, because they're tanks, right? Tanks are better than infantry. They're armored and stuff. And how I was wrong, they were difficult to shift. If they're well trained and they're, if they're in a good position, infantry are extremely hard to kill. Extremely hard. That's why you need things like artillery to shift them. What else am I looking at getting? There's a few other things that I'm definitely thinking about getting. I'd like to get the aircraft. I don't know how good they are, but I wouldn't mind getting them. I got the Tobruk set as a friend with a friend, so I've got about 20 tanks, so I don't need any more. But I also am thinking about maybe looking at getting some assault engineers or something else. So anyway, wow, it feels weird to come back to this and make a video, because I haven't done one of these bad boys in a while. Final few thoughts. So tomorrow I'm going to get some spray for them, some army painted desert yellow probably, and then I've got AK Interactive green ochre, which is pretty nice. I'm looking forward to using. And I've got some scale 75 colours that I'm probably going to use on the infantry. Yeah, no, I've kind of missed a bit of cheeky historical, so I thought I'd come back. These sets are really good compared to what they used to be. And I think if anyone's getting into Flames of War, I think these are really, really good, particularly if you want to start a specific army that's not in one of the starter sets, and there's something that you want. Like, for example, like if you really, really want Hungarians, for example, they're not in any of the starter sets. So if you want to get them, I think one of these bad boys, obviously not the Italian one, is a good place to start. So this is a noob's journey. Long time no see for a lot of you, I suppose. And just stay safe. I think those in the northern hemisphere have a good summer, and hopefully you're having a good early May. And those in the southern hemisphere, unfortunately we've got that winter on the horizon. So I don't know, I don't know. Just stay inside if it's miserable, and just do some painting and do some building and etc. Anyway, I will post an update hopefully soon. Finish these bad boys off. I might do an upload soon about filling out my East Germans, so that should be fun. And I'm hoping to play some games, get some terrain, a few other things, and oh yes, that's one final thing. I actually built 2. Yeah, there we go. These are 2 that I built. They were pretty easy to do. easy. They're very easy to do, incredibly easy. I remember when these guys were metal and resin. They're not very big, but yeah, as you can see, machine gun, and they've got another machine gun there. Yeah, no, these guys were like incredibly easy to build, and I'm looking forward to building another 18 of them. Some of them are going to be Semiventes, but most of them are going to be these guys. So anyway, I that's where I'll leave it, and you guys all stay safe, and hope you guys have, because it's Saturday morning now, because it's like 1 or 2 in the morning now here. So you guys stay safe, and I'll talk to you when I talk to you. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.